morning and welcome to the Cheltenham Exchange. Tonight we're going to bring you our second round of Ante Post picks. Before we get into the crux of it, big thank you to everybody who's liking, following, sharing, watching the vids. Seems to have been going pretty well lately, didn't it, Ian? Alex?
Yep, very happy.
Numbers are increasing. So thanks for watching, guys. And as always, big thanks to Hacked Up Racing Gifts. We've got t-shirts. We've got t-shirts.
No, proper news team now.
It's like, yeah, what was that?
Anchorman.
Anchorman, yeah. Yeah, I won't say it. Okay. Yeah, so thank you very much for our shirts. I've got white. I don't know how long that'll stay clean. Hopefully it performs better than Spurs. Yeah, so 3 weeks on from our first video. So as I say, we're gonna or the lads are gonna throw out some new Ante Post bets. I believe it's just one each at the moment. It's quality rather than quantity with the Cheltenham Exchange. All the way. All the way. So yeah, we're just over 4 months away from the festival, and there's been some quality jump racing lately. So, Ian, kick us off with your next Ante Post bet straight away.
Okay, so my next pick is, funny enough, is one of my horses to follow. So I won't go too in depth because all the information's in that video. But I'm going for Free Stripe Life for the Turner's Novices Chase. Currently 8-1 with a majority of the bookmakers. And the reason why I'm picking him now is because of all the Willie Mullins stable tours that have come out. And one of the currently the bookie's favourite is Sir Gerhard. Now there's a big, I don't know if you want to call it hoo-ha, or that possibly Sir Gerhard may stay hurdling and may go the champion hurdle route rather than go novice chasing. So my thinking is that with the 8-1 price, if that is the case and Sergi does go hurdling, the price will totally collapse. So I'll just say just a couple of bits. So I'm looking at the market as well. Just say John Bond is, I believe, third favourite. Will go to the Arkle. Mighty Potter is in there as well. It won in the week, but wasn't really that impressive. So I'm just thinking that the 8-1, the price is quite good at the minute for the horse to win. That's about it. So I say the majority of the background is I've already covered from last season. Say one at Aintree, second at Cheltenham behind Sir Gerhard in the Ballymore. But yeah, that'll be my pick.
Free Stripe Life for the Turner. Are you not plotting a route for us, Ian?
No, it's already done. So if everyone watches the horses to follow, all the routes are there.
Beautiful, beautiful, fantastic. So 3 Stripe Life in the Turners for Ian.
Yeah,
and we move on to John and Alex. There could be a bit of debate going on here, so we'll go straight to John.
Right. Well, I've been struggling a little bit for choice this time. I mean, the bookies are making more cuts of the Turkish barbers, aren't they, lately? It's just like terrific. Case in point, King of Kingsfield, he was on my short list. He went from 25 to 7s, I think it was, without even running. And he had a run yesterday, and he won fairly nicely, to be honest, but I think he's actually drifted out a little bit now. But I think the odds on that have gone now for a bump horse, so I put that to one side. So I'm going down the Stayers Hurdle route. So Florin Porter's obviously a very, very worthy favourite with winning the last twice here. But looking down the list there, I think there's a few that probably won't go, and there's with a few there that might go over fences instead of the hurdle route. So I think Zana here is the one that could stand out here and have the most improvement going forward. I mean, last season he was really solid in his first year in open company. Had some really good runs, which again I mentioned in my Fight to Follow piece. I just think if he sort of improves throughout the season, that price will go. So I think he's currently 12-1 with all bookmakers. I think that's roughly his average price. So I think he's got an entry in the 2 Mile Morgiana later this month. I expect that'll be a little bit of a pipe opener to get him into the season, and then he'll step up in trip maybe over Christmas or early in the new year. So yeah, Zana here for me at 12-1.
Zana here in the stayers for John. Great stuff. To get it in. That's to get it in. In the comments, any catchphrases you can chuck our way rather than great stuff. Remember to comment. Wonderful. Okay. Thanks, John. Mr. Galpin, hit us with it.
So I've got one in the same race as Johnny, and I'm going for Bob Ollinger. It was confirmed a couple of weeks ago by Henry that he's going to be moving back to going back over hurdles. And I think anyone that watched him last year over fences will probably know that he wasn't particularly unnatural. I think from memory, there were sort of 3 or 4 jumps just at Cheltenham where he made a bit of a pig's ear of them. And I think moving back over to the smaller obstacles is going to be a good thing for him, really. I know a lot of people have sort of said he ran poorly when he did win the Turners when he was he would have been second to Galopan. But I mean, if you take Galopan out of that race, he's beaten a 145 rated horse by 40 lengths and a 143 rated horse by 68 lengths. So I mean, I don't think the form was really that bad. I was shocked when they then ran him at Punchestown a few weeks later, and I was less shocked when he then pulled up. So I think Henry got that completely wrong, running him again, having had like a long, hard season, and he finished a very tired horse in the Turners. But I mean, Galopan did set a very, very strong pace that day. I mean, he's best price at the moment, Bob, at 10-1. And I mean, if you look through the market for the stayers hurdle, you've got Flooring Porter, fine. Second favourite, Blazing Cow, who we know is going chasing. Then you've got Bob, third favourite. Then you've got State Man, who Mullins is talking about either going champion hurdle route or going novice chasing. So he's not going to be in the race. Hillcrest, who I believe has been confirmed as out for the season.
Yeah.
Then the next step is The Nice Guy, who is out for the season. And then next step after that is Classical Dream, who, I mean, you never know what he's going to do. You never know if he's going to turn up. So, I mean, at the price of 10-1, if they all lined up today in that race, he wouldn't be 10-1. And I mean, he was a very good hurdler. So I'm backing him to get back to his best. Now he's switched back over the smaller obstacles.
So on the back of that, it would suggest that Zana is also a decent price if heading.
Well, he's like 9th on the list, and I mean, until I see Zana here actually win a race, I'm just going to be convinced that he's not ever going to win a race, because I don't know. He one of the horses where I'd be really happy to sling him in an accumulator for the day on like a pick 4 horses to place or something, because I mean he's always there or thereabouts. I don't know. He just never gets his head in front.
Okay, so Bob Ollinger for Alex in the stayers, alongside Zana here for John in the same race. And there we go. Matty is very busy moving house. Unfortunately, hasn't got a pick for us this week. I'm sure he'll have one
from home today.
Yeah. So you probably have about 1 million picks when our next video. You probably have about 3 or 4.
Thomas Derby.
Yeah.
Okay, lovely. Thank you very much, chaps. So great picks there. Moving swiftly on, then we'll answer some questions. We put it out there again. If anybody had any questions that wanted to be addressed, so we'll have a look at a few of the questions, and then very exciting at the end, Ian's got a competition.
Ooh.
So,
Hey.
First question from our friend Vach. How many lengths does American Mike win the Ballymore by? Alex.
Go on,
Well,
Alex.
I don't think he's going to win the Ballymore by any lengths, because I think he's going to go to the Albert Bartlett. So, sorry, Vach. Yeah, that's my gut feeling. That's where he looks like it does look to me like he's an Albert Bartlett horse, unfortunately.
AB for AM. Ian, thoughts?
I still think he'll go Ballymore, but I think he definitely needs to improve again. I have backed American Mike at not singly, but in some accumulators, just for him to be covered in some of my bets. But if he wins, I think he's going to win quite snugly. I think he might be about 2 or 3 lengths, but I don't think he's going to whoop the opposition like some people think he might. But yeah, he'll win, but cozy maybe.
John, thoughts?
Yeah, a little bit torn again, really, but I'm probably siding on the same side as Alex, really. I think the other day's performance, he just looked like an out-and-out stayer to me.
Yeah.
But it could come down to where Facile Vega goes. I think if he stays away in the Supreme, then there probably is a small chance that Gordon sends him down the Ballymore route. But if he does step up to the 2-5, then I think he'll keep away from him, to be perfectly honest with you, and go the Bartlett. So I think it's going to be one of them last-minute sort of decisions during the week where we're all waiting on declarations and seeing what the crack is with Willie's mob. So yeah, I mean, I'm lucky. I'm in a position where I've got him any race at the moment, so I'm not really too bothered. But if I had to put a gun to my head, it would be the Bartlett.
Albert Bartlett.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go, Vach. Moving swiftly along. Second question comes from Wayne Harrison. Saw Ian's eyes. The panic set in, then Ian.
I think he'd snap one in.
Second question, we go back to our first Twitter post and one of the questions that wasn't asked on the day. It comes from David Jackson. If you could only attend one day of the festival, which would it be?
Tuesday,
Day one for Alex.
best days racing.
Agree,
I would
boys?
agree as well. So you got the Supreme as well. You got the Arkle, the Ultima, the Boodles, Champion Hurdle. Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's the best day for me. I think Ruby Tuesday, as it used to be called.
Yeah,
Tuesday it is.
same for-
John, Tuesday.
Same for me as well. Tuesday. It's
Guinness
like
on the
after
Tuesday.
51 weeks of waiting, you just can't wait for the Tuesday, can you? So it's got to be the Tuesday. Best days racing, most anticipation, the roar of the crowd. You can't beat it.
Excellent. I've got company, boys. Sorry.
Which day do you want to go?
Okay, so opening day of the festival it is for all of you boys.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
of course, you'll be there next year.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
Okay.
got the tickets already.
Karen 1972 asks, any horses you like in the JCB hurdle? So Triumph, I believe.
Well, I'll start then. I mean,
Go on
I've
then,
got, I've got Lozzie Mouth backed early at sort of a decent price. Yet to be seen as yet. There's quite a lot of hype around the horse. I'm not sure if that's a good thing yet, so we'll see. Another one that's sort of caught my attention is this Gala Marceau. I think it's possibly going to Willie's, I think, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But that's another one that's sort of caught my eye. But it's one of them with the Triumph at this early stage. I mean, we probably haven't seen the winner yet, as they say. So, but if I had to pick one, it'll probably be Lozzie Mouth, but just because it's a talking horse, really.
Lozzie Mouth, John, Alex.
I mean, I was quite impressed with that Cougar who ran yesterday. Well, yesterday to us when we're recording. But
We don't want to know about your night last night. Just give us a horse.
Chasing the Cougars.
Already now 14-1, and I mean he's won two egg and spoon races. So I don't know. Not sure if I'd be tempted on that. One that there was a bit of talk about on Twitter was Bo Zenith, and then the only other one which I've sort of added into my tracker is called Spartan Army. Was the Joseph O'Brien flat horse is now with Alan King, not run yet. So someone mentioned that to me on saw someone mention it on Twitter, so added that one into my tracker. So keeping an eye on it.
One to keep an eye on. And he likes a Cougar. Ian, any thoughts?
Similar to Johnny, to be honest, it was Lossiemouth and Gala Marceau that we've heard rumblings about, and we have backed, or I have backed as well. The only other one we'd heard about was a horse called Jazzy Matty, but I think it ran at Ortiel towards the end of September, and I think it was god awful. Apparently, I think it come 5th, so it's gone back to 66-1. So it's, unless it improves drastically, I think that one might have to be scrubbed. But they're the two. So the two that John said will probably be the ones at the minute to keep an eye on, or maybe have a few bob each way before the price goes. But otherwise, I have not heard much else, to be honest.
Going back to Jazzy Matty, though, I don't think we should give up on him yet. I mean, he raced in France, and those hurdle races, they're a bit strange, aren't they?
Yeah.
The ground's always a little bit dodgy. So I think it was a very soft that day, and apparently he came back. He might have had a little bit of an injury. So I won't give up on Jazzy Matty just yet. So he's still at the back of my mind, but I need to see him run a lot better, hopefully over here in the next few weeks.
Lovely. Okay, Karen, there you go. So yeah, 3 questions answered by the chaps. 3 selections given by the boys, and not much else to say except competition time. So from me, thank you very much again for viewing, and I'll pass you over to Mr. Rayner to take over with the comp and see us out.
All right, okay, thanks. So I've got 2 things. So the first one, I hope it goes to plan, but you'll see, hopefully you'll hear me talking, but you'll see on the screen, there's going to be, thankfully to Hacked Up for all his support over the season and the coming season. Anybody that orders whose webpage and uses the Exchange 10 will get 10% off all the way through till the end of the season. So that's Exchange 10 on any of your orders through the Hacked Up website. Secondly, hopefully you can see it and see me now. There's a book, Changing at the Guard, it's the festival, Road to Cheltenham Festival Planner. So it's got all the details, all the previous winners, some notes, some tips, pages in here. You can put your Ante Post selections in there. So we're going to give this book away. It's going to be a YouTube competition, and I just need to get my question because I forgot it already. Here it goes. So how many times has Altior won at the Cheltenham Festival? So what we need you to do in the comments section is put the answer, and you need to put your Twitter handle. So you need to be subscribing to the YouTube channel and also be following us on Twitter. Just so because I don't believe we can contact anybody through their comments or through the username on YouTube. So you need to be following on Twitter. So just to confirm that question again, how many times did Altior win at the Cheltenham Festival? Comment below, Twitter handle, and the answer. So I hope I would say, we'll give it about a week and then we'll announce the winner.
Wasn't this question on our previous quiz as well?
Oh, yes, it is.
So, yeah, so if people want to have a look back at that, then there might be a clue on there. So yeah, get some more views.
Yeah.
Lovely. So there's the comp and the prize. Brilliantly delivered by Ian.
Thank you.
Not sure about the colours of his t-shirt.
Oh, not after today, Christ.
Not today.
Yeah, I can't
Give
say
up on West Ham.
I've been keeping one eye on Spurs against Liverpool here, and it's not good. Really not
Hit
good.
far, OJ, hit the bar.
Yeah, it's as good as it got.
Yeah.
So that's it. Thanks very much, folks. Keep watching, keep liking, sharing, get entering the comps, subscribe to the videos, subscribe to Twitter, and we'll be back soon with our next video.